Lena, what's wrong? Are you hurt? Oh, it's nothing. I couldn't hide away my hand, still smeared in the blood. Are you sure? You don't look so good. Too good. It's nothing for her to worry about. Okay, let's do this. I can't help but smile again at the obvious concern in her eyes. She's a kind person. I don't want her to be troubled by all the things. Now that the thought of the Tesla have obviously cheered her up. Well, it's been a long day. I think I'll just go back to the cottage and rest. I see. Well, get a good rest then. I'll see you tomorrow. She smiles encouragingly at me. I return the gesture and turn around to leave. Tomorrow, Tobias will head back in the mountains to search for Adele's body, and my bad feelings will be proven wrong. Yes, for now, I should just sleep. Then, as we part ways, I notice Tobias just standing there looking distraught. As he sees me, he comes closer. I'm sorry, it was my fault. What was? Things almost went horribly wrong back there. It's because I abandoned you. I decided to come along and then I wasn't prepared at all. Don't worry about it. He looks at me for a moment without saying a word. Don't worry about it? So that's it? The judgment has been cast. I failed. Why does it bother you? Did you want to fight after all? No, I just... He stops again, obviously finding it hard to express what is on his mind. Forget about it now. It's over now. You don't have to risk being one of us anymore. With that, I brush him off and walk away, heading back to the cottage on my own. Somehow, a part of me is surprised that I disregarded him so coldly, but I'm too tired to listen. I just want this day to end. Day 9th. The next morning, I'm waked by cheerful sounds from the kitchen next door. I realize that I have overslept. Most of the night I spent falling in and out of restless slumber with strange and confusing dreams. It seems I didn't manage to rest properly until morning, which explains why I'm still so tired. I push myself up and try to clear my head. There are still these sounds coming from beyond the door. Something very unfamiliar in this house. As I open, I see something even stranger. 4 people are gathered in the room, apparently trying to coordinate breakfast. Erin is ordering Gavin around with Tobias watching them, a devastated expression on his face at this destruction of peace. Even Simon is here, watching the debacle from a corner. Gavin, put this place over there and then bring me the bottle. Righty. Yes, Simon, make yourself useful and get the extra chair we left outside.
What? Stop filling up my house with useless things!
Come on, you make it sound like a big deal. Do you really want your guests to sit on the floor?
I never invited any guests.
Well, we are here now, so let's make the best of it. Erin is beaming and completely repeating Tobias' complaints. This is so like her. She can actually be pretty scary this way. Oh, Lena, you're up. Oh, yeah. Good morning.
Just in time, too. I think we're almost done with the preparations. As for why preparations would ever be necessary for a simple breakfast, I have no idea.
That's because you haven't tried the breakfast yet. Besides, it's a special occasion. What about the chair?
Right, I'll get it. Simon kindly gives in and leaves the room. Well, I never thought I'd see that. Just what are you all doing? I head towards a small table, which is now filled with plates and bowls of food. It looks like an extravagant breakfast with omelets, bread, salads. Erin must have had a hand in this. I was going to come by for breakfast again, but Erin insisted on coming along this time. She even brought all this with her. Both Simon and I were the ones who ended up caring at all. If you want to visit someone, at least get permission first instead of just barging in.
Come on, Tobias. No hard feelings. Besides, I'm still worried that you are not feeding your guests well enough.
Tobias gets a complex, but obviously insulted expression. No, it's alright. Really. I quickly interrupt before Tobias can say anything. After all, I do feel a little sorry for him in this situation. Here you go. Simon signs and places the chair near the table. It looks like the chairs at the inn. They must have brought it with them all this way. I can also tell that half of the plates aren't part of Tobias' collection. Probably because he never has guests like this. Oh my, aren't they overdoing this? Great, thank you, Simon. Well, breakfast is ready now. Enjoy, everyone. Relax, Tobias. At least you'll get a free meal. What's so bad about that? Tobias is still sulking, but in the end he silently gives in and sits down in his appointed chair with the rest of us. Even though they are noisy, I'm still a little grateful that everyone decided to show up today. It saves me from an awkward morning alone together with Tobias. This is really something. Are you sure it's alright to use all of this food for us? I really get the chance to go out, and I need the practice for the festival anyway. Besides, we should celebrate that you all came home safely yesterday, right? I thought this would be the perfect chance for that. Celebrate? Our victory, huh? Somehow I don't think like we accomplished anything worth celebrating. Erin looks on expectantly as well, pick out something from the table to eat. She excited as usual to see how people react to her cooking. Tobias tastes her omelette. His omelette. A slight, or maybe her. Okay, a slight look of displeasure crossed his face. It was only a tiny hint, and yet Erin noticed right away. What? You don't like it?
Oh well, it's alright, I guess.
Alright? Just alright? What's wrong with it?
It's nothing, never mind.
Erin obviously isn't satisfied. She takes her cooking very seriously, so no negative comment is allowed to slip by without proper arguments.
Alright, it's just overcooked, that's all.
Huh? This obviously wasn't the answer she was expecting. Overcooked? Of course it's not overcooked. I planned it all perfectly. I'm sure this one is just as good as any omelette Marianne could make.
In that case, you have bad judgment.
Whoa, he just said something very dangerous there. Erin's eyes open wide. Well then, why don't you try making an omelette while trying to prepare several other dishes at the same time? I'd like to see you make an omelette that tastes half as good. Now that the fight has started, Tobias isn't backing down anymore, especially since he was already in a bad mood. He confronts Erin head on.
I wouldn't have any problem making one that's better than this.
Everyone stares at Tobias.
Are you serious? What's that look? Why wouldn't I be able to do that?
Well, you just don't seem like the type who would excel at making omelettes.
Give me a break, omelettes are simple.
This really surprised. He's talking as if he really has confidence in these things. You can really cook, Tobias?
Why does everyone think I can't?
Well, it's just that the food in this house has always been so simple.
That's because there's no point doing it when you're all alone anyway.
Tobias is pouting. In the course of this meal, I have already seen more display of emotion on his face than in all the days I have spent in this house altogether. What are you talking about? You have a guest now, don't you? Huh? Lena, of course! Shouldn't you take proper care of your guest? Tobias looks at me. He has an almost panic expression on his face when faced with this question. And he blushed away again.
Of course I do, but you have to be practical. Resources are scarce after all. She doesn't really live here. She only uses the bed.
If you don't want me here, then all you have to do is say so.
Don't be stupid!
Tobias stands up, both his heads slam against the table. Everyone is staring at him again, dumbfounded by his reaction. He seems to realize his overreaction and tries to recollect his composure.
I never said that. Besides, you're already here. I'm almost never at home anyway, so it doesn't matter to me.
He sits back down and looks away. I'm having a hard time figuring out precisely what he was trying to say just then. Anyway, I'd like to taste that omelette of yours.
I bet you would.
Tobias takes another bite of his breakfast and looks away, still pounding. Let's go with this.
I'm interested too. I wouldn't mind tasting your omelette.
Huh? Tobias looks at me as if I just turned blue with yellow spots. Oh my, this is your chance, Casanova.
Shut up, no one asked you.
Tobias yells at Gavin, obviously flustered by the situation. Someone just watches the scene with a slight dumbfounded look on his face, as if my words surprised him as well.
Only if you want me to, of course. You don't have to go out of your way.
Tobias settles down and sighs, trying to ignore me. Whatever, don't be sorry if I do make one. People keep chatting while eating Erin's breakfast, and I can't help but be influenced by the warm atmosphere and smile while watching this scene. Even Simon reluctantly takes part in the conversation. Yes, if only this was it. Everyone is so happy. I want it to stay this way. Yes, that is what I've decided. This is a place that I truly want to protect. I look at Gavin and realize that he has suddenly fallen silent in the midst of the chatting. He just stares straight ahead, as if his mind is somewhere else, but it only lasts for a moment before he notices my stare. He just smiles kindly back at me, and I turn my face away. Was it just me?
Lena, have you tried this yet?
Oh, no. I barely managed to answer before Erin shoves another serving onto my plate.
Wait, can I even eat this much? This will take a while. The next 2 days will be spent in a preparation for the festival. The whole town is looking forward to it.
I wonder what will be here. A soft, sobbing voice. It's coming from behind the corner of a small house. I peek behind it and notice a small girl rubbing her eyes while trying to hold back her tears.
Are you alright?
She looks up. I have seen this girl before. She was the one with that boy chasing around the chicken. There are tears in the corners of her eyes, but I can tell she's trying her best to be brave.
I'm worried about my brother.
She must be talking about that boy.
Why? What's wrong with him? I lost my doll and he went to get it.
She glanced towards the forest. Does it mean
he went in there? I dropped it, but when I went back to pick it up, I saw a big dog run away with it. He told me to just wait here.
Great, that could very well have been a wolf.
Yeah, you know what?
Wait here, I'll go and get your brother back, alright? She nods, even more tears forming in her eyes, and I head towards the forest right away. I should be able to scare off a lone wolf if the need arises. They shouldn't be starving around here, which wouldn't make them too dangerous, but a lone kid might still prove too much of a temptation. Not too far in, I stop and close my eyes, concentrating on picking up the presence of the boy. It takes a few moments. Picking up weak traces like this were never one of my strengths. There, he should be somewhere in this direction. I quickly follow the trail. It looks like he hasn't come all that far yet, and soon enough, I see him in a small clearing. He's looking around, holding something in his hand. Looks like a ribbon. Hey! He looks up, startled at my appearance. I hear you're out hunting for wolves. What of it? He immediately turns defiant. Your sister is worried. What do you expect to do alone against a wolf anyway? He looks down at the ribbon in his hands.
I didn't plan on fighting it, you know. I just had to find the doll. Besides, I'm not that helpless.
I see, the ribbon must be from the doll. It probably fell off around here. I breathe a deep sigh. Why didn't you just ask one of the adults to help you? This place isn't all that safe, you know. I don't want to ask them. The boy mumbles in irritation. I can do this on my own. You can't trust adults anyway. His voice is determined and accusing at the same time, like that of someone holding a deep grudge. What do you mean? Not even your parents? My parents aren't here.
Oh. Wait, are they orphans? I begin to wonder what kids like this are doing in this remote town anyway. They must have their reasons for hiding up here as well.
I'm sorry. Don't be, I can take care of myself.
Yeah, I'm sure you can. But you should still have asked someone to help you. How do you think your sister would have felt if you got hurt while looking for her doll?
I wouldn't get hurt. I can tell he feels bad when I say this, Those two are obvious close. I bet this little guy decided to take care of them all on his own. And you can't trust adults. You keep saying that. Haven't the adults here been nice to you? They have, but that doesn't mean anything if I get stung. What are you talking about? Stung by the sharks. He says this as if it explains everything. It must be something only kids understand. I just keep looking at him in confusion. Don't you know the story about the mirror that broke? Ah, so that's what this is about. The magical mirror broke and the shards flew through the air, stinging the heart of people. It turned them all mean and evil. He explained the fairy tale with an expression of someone talking to an obviously slow and stupid person, but I feel my heart sink at these words nonetheless. Those kids were betrayed by someone close to them. It could even happen to you, you know. That's why you can't trust anyone. It's okay. What is? I haven't been hit by those shards yet, so I can have at least now, can't I? I guess. He studies me with a skeptical expression. And I will help you get this doll back to your sister. Is that alright? Yeah, it's fine. Just this once then. This is obviously a strong, quiet little guy. It just makes you want to protect him even more. So, did you find that ribbon here? Yeah, sis dropped the doll off the further back, but I only found this so far. It must have fell off when the wolf dragged the doll along. Maybe the scent of the girl on the doll made it agitated, or it just got playful. I have the boys search the area for more clues, and soon I find something a little further into the woods.